Hello, my name is Joe Zimmerman, and this is part 3 of our project on WaltZ Productions. I'm going to be focusing on the competition aspect of WaltZ Productions. Now, the competition that I chose is called Golden Voice Incorporated. Its parent company is AEG. They're a much larger entertainment group focusing on a much larger variety of live production. Not just with live shows and festivals, but ranging all the way into broadcasting and news as well. Golden Voice was founded in 1981 by Gary Tovar, so it's been around for quite a long time and it has very well established roots here in California, especially. Its influence stretches up and down California, especially down in LA and in San Francisco's. They focus on shows, venues, and festivals. So primarily, obviously, a production company. That work through specific venues as well as collaborating with other groups in order to produce and promote festivals. And then their tagline is Golden Voices, Concerts, and Festivals. So if you're looking for somebody that's really at the cutting edge and the forefront of music industry and production today, Golden Voice is right there. Let's see. As far as their industry share in advertising, their industry share is massive, especially on a scale of California. But when you look at the United States as a whole, it's still very large. They control over 15 venues here in California, and then they do 10 annual festivals. Some of them partnered with other companies, and some of them produced on their own. That span all over the United States. They have some over in Atlanta. Obviously, they're responsible for Coachella, the Hangout Festival, Splash House, and a few others as well. But yes, their reach is vast. They're responsible for over 100 shows monthly, at least. You can go onto their website and see 10 to 12 on any given day, especially Fridays and Saturdays and the weekends. For advertising, their social media presence is one of the primary ways that they get their name out and get their shows out, get their ticket sales out there to the general public, especially with Twitter. It's so easy for them to simply, throw a band name up at the venue that it's playing and the dates, and people will pounce on it. A lot of their advertising is essentially done for free through the artists that they book through their venues and book for their festivals. Because at the end of the day, if you're a fan, if there's an artist that you would like to see and Golden Voice has them, then there isn't a whole lot else that you're going to do. You're going to go and buy the ticket and you're going to see the show. So their primary way of letting the audience know is by putting it out there on social media. Their partnerships primarily extend through the festival aspect of their work. So large scale, 50, 60,000 people. They partner with Red House Events to put on a festival, as well as Hangout and Splash House, which are located across the United States. They put on Coachella. Their partner group, AEG, has partnerships with various other large-scale entertainment groups all across the spectrum, whether it's music, video, television, you name it, they've got it. Their clout helps to pull big-name acts. You can get Eminem and Beyonce out there on the stage at Coachella, and you're guaranteed to sell out the festival. With the fact that they've been in business for so long, and with their support from their parent group, and also with the way that they support up-and-coming talent and potential mutual gain, they've certainly found a niche to where they represent their festivals and their venues very well. They always get a steady stream of feedback from the customers through their advertising on social media, as well as, quite simply, all of the pictures and the videos and things that people will post from their experiences at live performances and events. It's something that's important to many people, and when you pay money to see something live like that, you're certainly going to have an opinion about it afterward. Now, here's our strategy to compete. There's a couple of ways that we could go about competition with Golden Voice. Now, granted, Golden Voice is a much larger company and that's far more established and much farther along. They have incredible reach. They have so many aspects to their company that currently we necessarily can't compete with. Our production company is on a much smaller scale. We only have a single venue. only a handful of bands, and while we do have networking connections, it's something that's just going to have to be progressively built over time. Direct competition with Golden Voice right now is essentially impossible. We have to work through our singular venue. We have to build off of that, build a name for ourselves, especially through social media. And being consistent on social media will be a huge aspect of our advertising and of our strategy to place our production company out there, to get our name out there. Getting our name out there will be half the battle, and as soon as people start to take traction in that, we'll gain a foothold in the market rapidly. We can build up to other venues. We can build up to partnerships with other fledgling companies or ideas, similar to what Golden Voice is doing already, but just on a smaller scale. Marketing it progressively, not overdoing things and not overextending our limits or our potential, and eventually being able to grow to the point where we could work with Golden Voice. Live music and live production is a collaborative art. There are many shared interests involved, and there are many paths that can be taken in order to have multiple companies and multiple groups come together and actually all benefit. Even in the future, if we do not necessarily partner with Golden Voice, our competition would certainly be placed toward finding new untouched outlets for the market, since they certainly have the mainstream appeal, and finding new ways to interact with the consumer, finding new aspects to live performance, and new ways of presenting it that really resonate, and building off of that. Thank you very much.